Also new at 4, an illegal immigrant is now in prison for federal child sex crimes in Tallahassee. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Israel Portillo was caught in an undercover operation in April of last year. Investigators say he chatted online with an officer who was posing as a 14-year-old girl. Portillo arranged to drive from his home in southern Alabama to Tallahassee to meet her. Law enforcement arrested him at the meeting site. Portillo was found guilty and sentenced to just over 10 years in prison. Attorneys say he will have a deportation hearing after he serves his time.